Hey, what's up guys, my name is SaberbroBD and welcome to another video. Today, as you've probably seen, this is a different video. This is going to be about Skyrim mods, my top 5 Skyrim immersion mods. So basically what makes it feel like you're really in the game, really in there, really playing the game. So, without further ado, let's get started at number 5 with the enhanced camera mod. Now this mod I thought was brilliant. I only downloaded it the other day. I think it's absolutely amazing. Basically what it does, it essentially gives a first-person view of most, if not all, things you would go to third-person for. For example, sitting down, cooking, forging, and many more. I chose this mod because when you're playing a game of Skyrim and then you're really getting into the game, and say for example you're doing a bit of roleplay or whatever in the game. I'm not sure if any of you guys do that. I've seen some people on YouTube doing that kind of stuff, and I do sometimes feel like when you do some of these things which require third person, you kind of, you zone out from your character, which I think kind of ruins the moment a little bit there. So yeah, that's my number 5. That's my number 5, guys. Link will be in the description below for this mod. Alright guys, next up on the list is the Campfire mod. Now the Campfire mod on its own is a great mod for a little bit of roleplay. Say you're walking around, through the night, it's getting dark, you're getting a bit tired, or you're kind of getting a bit tired. It works with other mods as well, so it'll work with any mods which will allow you to get tired, which I'll speak about in a little while. But it'll work with that. You can sit down, you can sit by the fire, you can even roast some foods on the fire. Your followers can sit down with you. It's great. So basically, to do it, what you have to do is it goes onto your effects menu, and on your effects menu, basically you do this thing where you forage for items to build a campfire. For example, you'll find branches, you'll find striking stones, you'll find twigs and that kind of thing. And yeah, and then you make a campfire and you can set it up. This mod also allows you to build tents and sleep rolls, which are excellent for roleplay and survival, and they're just pretty damn cool anyway. And as you can see, it's a perfectly detailed mod. I personally think it's absolutely brilliant. Alright guys, next up at number 3 we have the immersive weapons and armors. Now these are 2 separate mods, I know, but they're so big and they work so well together, I had to put them together, guys. I don't really think you can have one without the other. They just work so well in the game. There is a huge selection of weapons and armors available for this mod. It adds 224 new weapons and over 50 new armors. And that's, including 300 new shield types. That is insane, guys. They fit seamlessly into the game, like they were actually meant to be there from the first place. The creator has obviously done a really good job of seeing the kind of style of Skyrim and then kind of implementing these weapons and armors into the game really well. Also, these are literally added into the game, like NPCs, random NPCs will be wearing these armors, and they'll be using these weapons. For example, like barbarians will be using the new kind of weapons. All the weapons are either craftable, they're all buyable, I think, or you have to find some of the higher ones of them, which the author of the mod has placed in certain locations. They are of a wide variety of levels and abilities. So if you only just started into the game, you'll be able to use some of these to advance, and then there's some amazing higher tier level ones as well. And I just think it's a great mod. It's a great mod, guys. It really opens your horizons to a new kind of playset, because I find in Skyrim that it's sometimes gets a little bit linear. So for example, if you're a warrior, you're obviously going to go from like iron to steel to orcish and all the way up in that kind of sense, to dwarven, and eventually all the way up to like Daedric. And if you're more of a thiefy guy, you're gonna from leather armors and iron swords and daggers and stuff. And if you're a mage, I guess you use spells if you're a mage, so never mind. But no, seriously guys, it adds a lot more variety, so no two people are really going to be wearing the same thing. which I just think is so awesome, and there's so much variety, and it's just a brilliant mod, guys. Go see it for yourself. Link will be in the description below. At number 2, guys, we have the Frostfall mod. Frostfall mod is a mod that will add a whole new sense of realism to the game of Skyrim. It will add 3 new bars, which are temperature, exposure, and wetness. The temperature bar tracks the weather outside and gives you a rough idea of how warm or cold it is in the environment you're in. You also have to keep notice of this to wear the appropriate clothing for the weather you're in. The exposure and wetness meters indicate how cold and wet you are, and you have to keep these as low as possible, otherwise you will pass out and awaken in a different area, which is much more exciting than death. However, you can change this in the settings menu. The mod also adds capes and fur clothing, which increase your warmth. Each item of clothing or armor has its own warmth rating, so you'll need to keep this in mind when choosing your clothing. Frostfall can also add backpacks to the game, meaning you have more storage space, and you can make these at tanning racks. Also, Frostfall adds new skill trees with the Campfire, which are compatible with the Campfire skill tree mod, including increased exposure and drying off quicker when wet. This is brilliant. This is a brilliant mod, guys, and for a good challenge, I fully recommend this mod. And now we come to our number 1 mod, the alternate start mod, Live Another Life. This mod allows you to skip the first mission of the game and start a life in a small prison-like cell. You're then asked to create a character and go speak with the statue of Mara, who gives you a whole variety of options to choose from in terms of starting points. This mod can allow you to start in many random locations to do with your character. For example, if you decide that you want to be an outlaw or a criminal, you can start in many of the prisons around Skyrim. But if you want to start as a guild member, for example, you can choose between any of the guilds in Skyrim. You can automatically start their quest line. If you want to start the main quest line, all you have to do is go to a tavern and ask about any rumours, or alternatively, you can travel to Helgen. This mod is one of many alternate start mods and is one of the most popular of them all. This mod for me really ticks all the boxes that an alternate start mod should be, and it really allows you to build your own story with lasting effects. However, if you want to play more of a game where you aren't the Dragonborn and you have more power over how many dragons spawn, shouts, and words of power wars around the world, then Skyrim Unbound is the mod for you. Much like the alternate start mod, this one allows you to pick a class out of many preset classes, and it will spawn you in an area related to the type you have chosen. From there you can choose your own story, like the alternate start mod, but I found that it did not offer any lasting effects throughout the playthrough like the alternate start mod did, other than disabling dragons and dragonborn abilities. This is a great mod, guys, and I seriously recommend you guys check this one out. So that is it for my top 5 Skyrim immersion mods that are mainly for those who are new to modding or who want some simple mods to get started in creating their new game. Remember, this is just my personal opinion, and if you have any mods you think should be on this list, or you think that any mods should be in a different order on this list, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to check them out. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to see more. I haven't done any videos of this type before, so if you enjoyed, just say so and leave a comment. And I'll do some more top 5 videos in the future. I've really enjoyed doing these videos, and I have a lot more respect for people who do them. Just want to say a quick thank you to all the modders out there who actually created these mods. You've created some amazing mods, and you know, heart goes out to you guys. Brilliant. Anyway, that's it from me, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.